Hello, it's me again. You ready to make something new? Do you like my unicorn pots? They're rather cute, aren't they? So here we go. I've made 2 of them already so you can see what they're like. And I've got all the bits and pieces here ready for showing you how to make one for yourself. Okay, now I reckon these pots could be used for all sorts of things. I was thinking about hair bubbles, I was thinking about pens and pencils, I was thinking about flowers and maybe a little plant. There's all sorts of uses. You could make it for yourself or for a gift for someone. So let's get going, shall we? Let's put these out to one side. The first thing you need to do is to paint your jar. I've already done that with this one. Now, I painted this 3 times and let it dry. So today has been a nice sunny day. So I've been able to just give it one paint, put it in the sunshine, and it dried very quickly. So make sure you give yourself time for that job. The next thing that we need to do is give the unicorn a face. Now, you can do it with paint, but I've decided I wanted to use Sharpies or some felt tip pens because I thought the paint would take a long time to dry. So here we go. We'll go for the eyelashes first. And look, the unicorn's eyes are closed. So we're doing that U shape, that shape there with eyelashes coming off for the eyelashes. So find a nice bit of your jar that you want to be the front of your jar. And then we want 2 eyelashes the same size as each other. Like that. This jar I'm working on is only little. Then the next little bit I'm going to do is the eyelashes, and I put the center one in first so that the outside ones can be nice and even. Okay, eyelashes, and then rosy cheeks. I've got a nice bright pink pen here, and I want to put 2 rosy cheeks about the same size on the outside of the eyelashes. There we go. So now we're ready to put the unicorn's horn on. Very important, otherwise it would be a horse. Ears, and then we'll do the flowers. But let's deal with the horn first, shall we? I've done mine in silver. Look, there's silver card there. And really, you can use any colour you like. It doesn't matter. I just think unicorns are a sparkly sort of creature. So I've gone for silver. But you could do gold. You could do any colour you like. So I am cutting out the shape of the unicorn's horn. And I will glue that in a moment. Now, the glue that I'm using is a hot glue gun, and I've burnt myself a couple of times today, just accidentally touching my finger, so do be careful, won't you? So the inside of the jar is a circle, isn't it? And if I were to glue a flat piece of card in, it wouldn't stick so well. So what I've done is I've just bent the card just a little bit on that end, the bit that's going to go inside the jar, so that it will glue nicely. All right, so try it out first, and then you want to put on some glue from your hot glue gun. Now, if you haven't got a hot glue gun, of course any other sort of glue will work, or even sellotape will work. That's all well and good, that's fine. So push it in, hold it in place for a minute, and the glue gun, of course, glues really quickly, doesn't it? But watch out for your fingers. Anything else will take a little bit longer to dry. So we need ears for the unicorn. So this is now not a horse, it's a unicorn because of the horn that we've added. And I've already cut one out. So the material that I'm using is felt for the ears because it bends nicely. If you want to use cardboard or bits of recycling, that's fine. You can use whatever you like, all right? but I've used felt material because that's what I've got in my craft room. And what we're going to do is we're going to put my felt onto the second piece of felt, and we're going to cut around it. So I think ears should be about the same size and shape as each other. We're not perfectly matching. Our ears will be different sizes, one on each side, but they look roughly even. So I want my unicorn's ears to be roughly even too. There we go. And I think horses and unicorns have that lovely pinch point that makes their ears look like they're pricking up and listening to what's going on around. So I'm going to put a little dab of glue inside the ear to hold that little bit together. There we go. And then I'm going to try it. Where do I want to put it? I want it poking out a little bit. So there we go, I'm going to put it there. Now I'm making a mark or holding where I want to put the glue with my thumb and first finger. So I know where I want it to be. Now, watch out for that steaming hot glue. We don't want burnt fingers. Okay, one ear. I'll do the same for the second one. Remember, we pinched it to make it have that pricked up ear look. Like she's listening to what's going on. Give it a bit of a pinch together and then line it up. Now I'm looking to see, yeah, do you think that's about right? So I'm marking with my finger and my thumb where I'm going to put the glue, and very carefully. I don't need a lot of glue gun glue, so very carefully put that in place. There we go. There is our unicorn. Now our unicorns down here have been decorated. They have flowers. It's like a flower garland around their heads, and you can see I've done peach and red flowers with some leaves. Now of course you can use whatever you've got. If you've got some ready-made flowers, then use those. They'll be pretty. If you want to use cardboard flowers, again, pretty. You could colour them in, you could use some glitter, you can do whatever you like and whatever you've got to hand, so that you don't have to go to the shops. So I've got some already made. I've got a red one done already, and I've got a peach one cut out already. So I'm going to show you how I did it. I've got a square of material here. This is my felt material, and that's about 10 centimeters in size. But what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to cut out a flower shape. Like so. I'll show you how it finishes up looking. You see? Okay. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a spiral. You know the inside, no, you know the shell on a snail that coils, and you can see that spiral shape. Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to cut around the outside and work our way into the middle to make a spiral within our flower, and as we coil it up, it will create a petal flower like that. So if we start by cutting around in a coil shape, round and round, right to the very middle. So look at that. If I lay it in my hand down flat again, you can see what I've done. Can you see the way I've coiled it round and round and cut it out? So what we're going to do is we're going to find that real centerpiece, and we're going to glue that over tight on top of the bit that it's next to, and then we'll begin to coil it around itself. Now watch out again, please, for your fingers, because it's very hot. But of course, if you haven't got a hot glue gun, then you can just be careful not to stick it to your fingers too much. But what we're going to do is we're going to begin to coil our fabric or cardboard or paper around itself to make the shape of a flower. This takes a little while, but it's well worth the bother because you end up with a really pretty shape at the end of it. And I'm trying to keep my fingers well away from the hot glue because that's really sore. Okay, keep wrapping, keep turning that flower to create that lovely shape of a flower with these beautiful petals. And a little bit more glue. Round we go again. There we go. Can you see that? So that was from the spiral shape, and we coiled it to be tight like a snail's shell, and we end up with a flower like that. So these flowers need to go on to the unicorn's forehead for its garland. So I'm going to do the same again. I'd like 3 matching. So I'm going to put my red one in the middle and then work around the outside on either side for the peachy colour one. Right in the middle, push it down. 1. Now, I've already got a leaf for this one, and let me show you. I've got a little square, and your leaf can be any size you like. You can do big leaves, you can do small leaves, but I've already got one cut out. I'm going to cut this one out because of course we've got 2 flowers and they both need a leaf. So there we go. Let's get rid of the rubbish again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the flower on and then just see where it looks good. Do you think that looks good? I do. Okay, let's put it there. And I'm going to put a bit of glue on the spot where I want my flower to sit on the leaf and then hold it down like so. Let it dry a little bit and then put some glue on the back of the leaf, and that's where it's going to attach itself to our painted jar. Okay, on like so. Ta-da! Okay, got strands of glue. So that's that one. I'll do the next one. Where do we want that one? Do we want that leaf going up, or do we want it going out? Well, I think going out looks a bit better. So again, I'm going to put glue on the base of the leaf where I want my flower to sit. A little tiny bit like that. Okay. And then glue on the back. And line it up where we want it to go. So there is our 3rd unicorn pot. Now I think I'm missing something. I think I'm missing some glitter, and I don't have lots of glitter in my craft box or drawers, so maybe it's something you could add on. Maybe some glitter onto the unicorn's cheeks, or even onto the unicorn's horn to make it really sparkle. But I'd love to see any that you make, so do send me some pictures. But I hope you enjoy making these unicorn pots for all your bits and pieces to keep tidy. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.